Today, I'm going to show you the secret of how to write the best modern metal riffs ever. Music. So over my metal poser lifetime, I've probably learned and created over thousands of riffs. I mean, just alone through covers, my heaviest riff series, as well as just writing music. You get through a lot of chunky noises. And I know Ola already made kind of a video of how to make metal riffs way back in the day, but what I'm going to be touching on is a very different approach, as well as it's an approach where you can be a guitarist to understand it, but even if you're just a metal listener that's like, yo, why does this song make me want to jump out of my chair and punch the wall? You'll be able to kind of understand the power of the riff. Also, oh god, it doesn't. Did you know that only 51% of you are subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, come hang out. We do fun metal things here. Fundamentally, there's really like three things that make a riff. Thinking about a legendary riff like Meshuggah Bleed. Dun, 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 dun. You got your underbite ready to do the Wolf of Wall Street meme and just throw down. But you listen to that riff and you're like, it's one note, you know? And again, I'm on a 6 string, so I can't play it, but... And there's just that groove factor with it that just makes you want to move around, headbang, caveman metal instincts. And then on the other side of the spectrum, where there's like basically no groove, but just melody, you know, of course, classics like... Probably don't even need to tell you what song that is, because you know from the melody already. You were already singing in the shower, my tears don't fall. And then meeting more in the middle, let's say a more simple riff like Linkin Park, One Step Closer. Dun, down, 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 right? You got a little bit of groove in there, but you got that iconic melody. As soon as it pops on, you're already like, damn, I'm back in middle school. And then that's just basically a push or pull of how much you want of one or the other, and then adding extra random guitar techniques and noises to make inaudible alien sounds. Now, to showcase this, I'm in drop C because drop C for life! But you can be in any standard tuning. You can use an 8 string. It doesn't really matter or change things that much. We're going to be doing some smart today. And we're going to start with some kind of melody. Now, how you come up with the melody, that's when stuff can involve theory if you want to be a little bit of a nerd. Or you can just kind of hit a bunch of random frets and see if they play nice together, right? Now, I'm going to just casually go to some good old 5, 7, 8. Right? And then, you know, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, 5. You can also use the low string, right? Good old chug. Let's just say these are your boundaries. You know, a minor scale. Fancy. Now with that, just pick a bunch of random notes and put them in random order. Okay. Why not, right? Now even just with that simple melody, add some spacing to it. Create a bit of a groove to it. Now we evolve that further. There's some kind of riff. Again, just throwing in a little bit of power chord zeros. Even if I wanted to maybe not do so much of a metalcore vibe, let's say I wanted to be a bit more of a boomer and, you know, play some like higher power chords. So now let's build off that. Again, we have some kind of melody, of some kind of groove. Let's add some more guitar-specific things, you know, fancy things like chords, as well as noises and specific techniques. So taking the same notes, let's chordify some of these notes. And once you have your melody and your groove within a riff, you create something that's usually called a motif, right? A repeating line. So for example, again, taking the same like... And then basically at the end, every time I'm just going to do something different. And that's going to be the tails of the riff. Watch this. Then you add some stupid noises, scrapes, pinch harmonics, theestra. And it starts to become more of this fun, jammy, developed riff. Meanwhile, all we started was from this. Now, to appease the people that are like, Nick, this is only for the drop tuning, you stupid freaking zoomer. All right. Standard tuning, same concept. Pick the note. Now, I'm just going to hit a bunch of chromatic notes. Again, as long as you hit them with confidence or just pretend it's jazz, it works. Now, for those of you interested in getting low and dummy thick, I'm with you. Right? Again, we're only in drop C here. Well, let's say we had a 7-string and 8-string. Sure, you'd have more strings, so you might think of slightly different go-to patterns. However, let's just deal with that dumb pitch for a second. I'm doing a whole octave down in drop C, which is actually what I usually play in for most of my modern band. And we're all the way here now. With the lower tuning frequency area, you'll probably play less fast things, you know, maybe not as much like... kind of sounds like mush. You'll probably do focus on more slower groove-based things with lighter melodies tied in, like this. Heavy! It's all about finding your main motif. For that, it was... That's the motif. Everything else was random. It was just random bullshit. It doesn't matter. I could go Mario noises, I could go. We've talked about the foundation of melody and groove. I know education for once on this channel, not just memes. So I'm gonna start off with a super simple riff with just power chords and drums that mostly anyone can do. And I'm gonna do a more technical one right after, and you can measure the heaviness yourself. And then here's a more technical riff. But there's also one secret sauce that I haven't mentioned yet that really showcases what makes a good heavy riff. And it's not guitar. It's bass. I'm sorry, I'll stop lying to you guys. It's actually drums. Now I'm gonna add the same drum beat to both of these riffs and see how they just transform right away. Simple 4 to the floor. Right, a bit of a dad rock kind of beat. Now to the more technical riff, same exact drums. But now let's get crazy with the drums, and I'm gonna show you how this really helps. We're gonna add some blast beats in here. Watch this simple riff, crazy drums. This riff sounds like a titan now. Technical riff. It's thick now. So moral of the story is don't piss off your drummer. Or just, you know, buy a computer. Oh, fuck! You guitar. I hope this was helpful. But yeah, honestly, the biggest help for me was just learning a bunch of riffs, understanding these kind of core concepts of groove and melody and what really is a riff. Because it doesn't really matter if it's the most simple riff in the world or the most technical. If it f***, that's it.